Hello. How are you? Well, hope you've had a good week, and I hope you had a good weekend. And if you're in the UK and parts of the UK anyway, it's Bank Holiday Monday, so I'm hoping you're enjoying your Bank Holiday Monday. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the video. The video is a spooky sort of one, but it's also could be classed as a urban legend too. So enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side.
The Screaming Woods of Black Shuck's Hollow. A whisper through the trees.
In the heart of Norfolk, England, there lies a forest untouched by time, thick with ancient oaks and tangled undergrowth, blanketed often by fog that seeps low across the ground like a living breath. This is Black Shuck's Hollow. For centuries, villagers have whispered warnings about this place. Tales of shadows that move without bodies, of cold spots that chill to the bone, and most famously, the black dog known as Black Shuck, a ghostly beast with eyes like glowing embers, appearing at the edge of the woods as a harbinger of death. Some say the hollow is cursed, a place where a veil between our world and the next grows thin, where restless spirits cry out in the dark. And, if you listen closely, you might hear the screams, long, sorrowful, and filled with terror, that have echoed through the woods over 100 years. Tonight, we journey back into Black Shuck's Hollow to uncover the story behind those screams. The story of a lost child, a terrifying curse, and a beast that may be far more than a legend. The village of Walshingham sits quietly in the Norfolk countryside, surrounded by farmland and bordered by dense woodland that seems to breathe on its own. In the late 1800s, this small farming community lived by the rhythms of the land, planting, harvesting and tending to livestock. The people were simple folk, their lives shaped by the seasons and their deep connection to the earth. Even so, beneath their sturdy exteriors lays a profound respect and fear of the forest that lay just beyond the fields. To the villagers, Black Shuck's Hollow was more than just a patch of trees. It was ancient, older than the village itself, its twisted branches holding secrets no one dared to speak aloud. Old wives told tales of spirits and witches, of ghostly dogs that roamed the woods at night, their eyes blazing red and their growls heard for miles. Black Shuck, the dog, was said to be a protector or a punisher, an omen that appeared before death or disaster struck. Most dismissed these stories as superstition. Warnings were told to keep children from wandering too far. Some elders whispered that there was truth in the tales, that the forest was a place to fear, where the normal rules of life just did not apply. In the days before the haunting began, the villagers went about their lives as normal, unaware that their peaceful world was about to be shattered by a darkness that would haunt Black Shuck's Hollow for generations to come. Eliza Carter was the daughter of a humble farmer, known for a kind spirit and a deep bond with her dog, Shadow. He was a black Labrador with eyes sharp and full of loyalty. On an October evening in 1883, as the sun dipped low and the cast long shadows over the fields, Shadow suddenly bolted after a rabbit and disappeared into the thickening woods. Without hesitation, Eliza chased after him, Her heart was pounding as the forest seemed to swallow the last light of the day. Her call to shadow echoed among the trees, but was swallowed by the darkness. The villagers first heard Eliza's cries fading into the woods. As night deepened, she did not return. A frantic search was launched under a flickering lantern light, villagers braving the forest's unnatural quiet. The woods were cold, the shadows deeper than ever. They found no trace of Eliza, only Shadow, battered and trembling, dragging himself back to the village with torn fur and wide, terrified eyes. His mournful whispers carried a fear that no one could explain. From that night on, the forest breath seemed to be heavier. Darkness was deeper, and the villagers knew something had changed. It only began days after Eliza's disappearance. On quiet nights, the villagers heard screams carried from the wind, all from the direction of the hollow. But these were no human cries. Long, blood-curdling howls, filled with pain and terror, echoing across the empty fields. Farmers working late by moonlight swore they heard them, chilling wails that seemed to claw at their souls. Mothers clutched their children tightly, refusing to let them anywhere near the woods. Logs were bolted tight before sunset, and the silence in the village grew tense. Some claimed to see glowing red eyes watching from the darkness, while others spoke of footsteps echoing behind them on deserted roads, or whispers in a language older than memory. Rumours spread that the forest itself was alive, restless and angry. The hollow screams haunted dreams and waking hours alike. Fear wrapped around the village like a heavy fog, as the unknown grew too large to ignore. Thomas Harding was a man of reason, a farmer who trusted in the hard work of hands and honesty of the earth, not in superstition. One foggy dawn, as Thomas tended his sheep near the forest edge, he noticed movement in the trees. At first a shadow, then 2 burning red eyes appeared, fixed and unblinking. From the mist emerged a massive black dog, larger than any breed known, with fur as dark as midnight and eyes glowing with an unearthly fire. Thomas stood frozen, his heart hammering in his chest, as the creature's gaze seemed to pierce his very soul. Then came the scream, a terrible, agonising cry filled with rage and sorrow, so intense it shook the very air. The beast vanished as suddenly as it appeared, swallowed by the fog. Thomas never spoke of the encounter again, but he never returned near the forest after dark. Long before the village stood, a woman named Agnes lived near the forest. Agnes was known for her knowledge of herbs and healing, but also feared for her strange ways. When illness and misfortune struck Morgenham, the villagers' fear turned to anger and suspicion. Accused of witchcraft, Agnes was seized and brought to the ancient oak deep in the hollow, now known as the Witch's Tree. With her final breath, she cursed the land and all who dwelled near it. They say her spirit became bound to the forest, her pain and anger giving birth to a legend of the Black Shuck, a spectral guardian and punisher. Some believe the screams are her voice, trapped between worlds, crying out for justice and release. A curse remains, woven into the very roots of the Black Shuck's hollow. Even today, Black Shuck's hollow holds its mysteries. Locals report hearing screams, especially on cold, still nights when the wind falls silent. Hikers speak of glimpsing the black shape with glowing eyes lurking just beyond sight. Paranormal investigators have recorded unexplained sounds, growls, howls, and whispers with no source. Some say the forest is a gateway, a liminal space where natural and supernatural worlds brush against each other. The village has learned a simple truth: some places are best left alone. Black Shuck's Hollow remains one of Norfolk's darkest legends. A haunting reminder that some stories are written not in words, but in screams. The forest waits, silent but alive, holding secrets lost to time and cries that refuse to fade. If you ever find yourself near those ancient trees and you hear a scream carried on the wind, do not look back. Remember Eliza. Remember the witch. Remember the beast with eyes of fire. And above all, remember, some places are meant to be left alone. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and what did you think? Let me know in the comments what you thought. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence with this type of video, purely because it's a legend, like an urban legend, isn't it? So who knows? Nobody really knows, do they, when they're urban sort of legend types? So yeah, I don't know. It's one of them. I enjoyed it though, so hope you did. I've been trying to catch up with my videos and trying to make a few up ready, so they're ready, and I got ahead of myself, and then I was all proud of myself that I got ahead of myself, and then I fell behind again. And the reason I fell behind is because I get distracted with trying to do my website at the moment. I'm trying to do my website shop, and I've got lots of things in it now, but I'm just trying to do so much more. I've just bought myself a mug press so I can do mugs as well, print on mugs, as well as t-shirts and slates and all the random array of things that I've been doing on my little air fresheners, car air fresheners and all that sort of stuff now. So I've kind of I get myself I've got lots of designs in my noggin, but it's getting them, having the time to get them down and get them sort of printed and all of that stuff. So I've kind of been way distracted with that, and also just life in general, I think, because life does that, doesn't it? Just sort of gets in the way. So yeah, I've just been a bit anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I wanted to do another gaming video, but because my last time my camera won't work. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's just certain games or whether it's just, I don't know, it's working now. So I don't know whether it's just certain games or what is happening with it, but I'm going to see if I can sort that out, and then I'm going to set up another gaming video, possibly. If I can't get the camera on, then you can just watch me play the game like you did last time, and not have to see this. Which is probably a good thing, really, because this will scare you more than the game will. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off because, like I said, it's Bank Holiday Monday and I'm missing out on doing stuff here. So I'm going to go and do some stuff. I'll see you again next time on the next one. So keep smiling and stay spooky. See you later.